We've been getting a lot of calls from all over the state about all the cool season grasses that have come into Bermuda grass pastures, but mainly on the bigger ranches with native grass, and what's going on and why is it there. The reason these cool season annuals are in these pastures, number one, they're invasive. They're not native, but they've come in because we've been in a couple of years of drought. We've had a great year for winter rain, and that sets up a pasture for having a lot of these annuals. They exist out here as a seed source for many years, waiting for the right opportunity to come up. This pasture from the road looks really good, but when you get out here and look, it's full of cool season annuals. Now, it's an excellent native meadow, and the native grasses are coming up under here, but what you really have out here is a lot of annuals that are maturing right now. So the question is, what do you do with them? One option is to come out here and heavily graze this for a short period of time to get rid of these annuals and get rid of the seed source. Right now, these plants are maturing, the forage quality's dropped way off, and they're not very good to graze right now. A section option would be to come out and try to hay this. Again, these plants are probably too mature to be optimum quality, but could still provide quite a bit of hay. And again, you would get this material off this native hay meadow such that it can come up and the native plants can produce. You never want to cut a meadow more than once, and these native plants here are already up 5 to 6 inches. So if most people that cut native hay are going to cut it around July the 1st. Some people that don't understand native meadows will be trying to bale those out in the middle of July, even August or September, or they'll try to bale them twice. That's a guaranteed formula for failure, because if you cut those in that manner, you're going to pay for it next year. You really set those plants back and they don't do well. Another issue on cutting meadows that people overlook is cutting height. Our modern hay equipment will cut down very short, and you don't want to do that. You never want to cut more than 4 inches. If you go out into the first, second week of July, you need to cut it even higher. If you're cutting much past the 10th or 15th of July, you're going to hurt your meadow next year. And then you'd want to test this forage to make sure you understand the quality of the forage and how you'd want to feed that based on the analysis of the protein and other elements. If you don't have those options, you're just going to have to deal with this stuff growing in the pasture, and this is throwing down a huge amount of seed. And so the next time we have a wet winter, you're going to have this cool season material come back up in your pasture. If we'd had a whole lot of cattle this year, ideally we could have dumped a lot of cattle in here and flash grazed this for a few weeks and gotten this off here. The problem is, in most of the country, we don't have many cattle right now, so that wasn't really an option.